On today's episode, we discuss the importance of men's mental health. A mirror in the bedroom is a great way to see every angle. A strip tease CrossFit is the hot new rage. Pass the class and get some ass. On episode 18, Legal Advice Unfiltered. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Advice Unfiltered, episode 18.
18.
18.
We're barely legal.
We're adults.
We are old enough to go
We
to
can vote.
Yes, we can. There's a lot of.
Yes.
We're barely. That's what I already know now. What the episode's called?
What?
Barely legal.
Barely legal.
Episode 18.
18. I was just saying legal. Legal, 18.
Oh yes. So
Yeah.
all right. So welcome to. Well, for all of you who's always joined us, thank you very much. First shout out to Ming and the Shared Universe.
What's up, Meg?
As always, Ming is here. I've run this. Got his new T-shirt. So our residential Gen Z.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. He's official.
Yeah.
He's officially
He's
part of the squad.
official.
There you go.
Now everyone can stop messaging me. I don't take care of my son.
You bastard.
They're like, you don't get him. No, go ahead.
You're not on the mic.
You're not on.
You're not on.
It took way too long to get this shirt.
I like.
Earn it, bro.
Yeah, you earned it.
You earned it.
Earned it. We just don't give away
Yeah, it's a
participation
giveaway shit.
trophies because
No,
you
bro.
show up.
We're the man.
Yes,
Ben.
we're making you earn it.
Making you earn that shit.
Yeah. So, all right. So, episode 18. We are here. We are on the barely legal episode, and there is a lot going on. I love it. I'm just gonna keep. Well, the funny thing was one of the best questions I think we've gotten so far. It goes down that road, so it'll be interesting today. But yeah, I guess you had a nice day today.
Yeah.
Missed your little photo shoot action.
Yeah, I did a little commercial thing.
Little commercial.
Little commercial, for a fitness app. It was fun. It was a good time, man. I did. Dude,
Well, first of all, I saw your post in a robe, and it made me feel like you were in a porno.
I felt like that's why I put above the post fitness commercial.
Well, if any of that you have not, I'm sure everyone's gone to Chris's social media, but you haven't. You have this like you're in a house, there's people with you, and you're in a robe with your chest out, and I'm like, is he doing a
Did
porno?
you see what the lady had in her hand?
No, I didn't
Yeah,
even.
see, she has a huge fucking knife, like a fucking like a Friday the 13th knife thing in her hand.
Oh.
That's why she's like this. And I'm starting laughing. I'm like, she's gonna chop me up. Yeah.
I just couldn't get over. I knew what you were doing. I just couldn't get over how much you looked like you were filming a porno.
No, it was terrible. That's why I put fitness commercial above the thing. I want to make sure it was very clear what I was doing.
You're like, I'm here. These are my fluffers behind
My
me.
fluffers behind me, yeah, all from Ukraine.
Do you think
Those
fluffer
guys.
is a real thing?
Oh, absolutely,
Is it?
absolutely a real thing.
I know it's like they say it, but I never really thought about like
I bet you any money there's like
I can't
a person in
even
the background.
just like massages your balls before you start.
There's a little fairy dust on them,
So all right. Well, congratulations to you for being a commercial star. Is it? So
Dude.
it's an actual commercial?
Yeah, it's commercial. I think it's showing over in Greece.
Oh, shout
You'll
out
probably-
to all
you'll actually-
Grease fans.
If you'll probably see it on TikTok and social media too.
Yeah, of course.
But dude, so I worked out like all right. So just back this all up here.
Yes, back this up.
Tony invited me over for dinner last night. I got told about the commercial a week ago, and then I got told I was gonna have my shirt off, and I thought it was just a photo shoot. But I like to be prepared, right? So I like to be, But at the time they tell me this, I haven't eaten like healthy, like to the point where my abs stick out healthy.
Well, it's a
in
week.
a while, right? So I have a week. So I literally did cardio every day. I cut out all the carbs out of my thing.
Good call.
And then Tony invites me over the night before.
And by the way, to your and I actually thought about this after you left. When you left, I know what it's like when you're trying to stay in shape so that just in case you get a call, and then you get a call and you've got to be in shape. And then it really never dawned on me that you were coming over and I was going to feed you.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like, I wouldn't have come.
Yeah, I know. I was starving myself all day because I was going to do a 24-hour fast. Is what I was going to do.
Which would have been a good idea.
Yeah, which I would have did a 24-hour fast if we can and drank a lot of water, and that's what my game plan was. And then Tony invites me over for dinner. And he says we want to talk about the show, and so I go over and he's got like 2 fucking amazing steaks sitting there, like all seasoned to perfection, fucking cooked to perfection. fucking huge fucking steaks. And he's got mashed potatoes and fucking salad. So what am I supposed to do?
By the way,
Like, I'm starving at this point. Like, starving. And then, you know what I mean? Oh,
if anyone doesn't, I love when Chris does these things. I wanted him to be the most famous person in the world, and then his co-host almost sabotages his photo
the
shoot.
shit out of me. So I eat like a whole fucking steak to myself.
Bro, like in a good way. Quick at your food.
I housed it, bro.
The funny thing was, it dawned on me after you ate, were you in the middle of you eating? I was like, oh, he's fucking hungry.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because you haven't eaten like all week.
Bro, starving. And I love mashed potatoes. I don't get homemade mashed potatoes in a long time. You know what I mean? So if we get so I had two spoons of mashed potatoes, and I had a salad, and then I had the steak. And I go home, and I'm beating myself up the whole way home. I'm like, motherfucker. I was like, fucking shit. I'm like, fucking, I'm going to look like a fucking little fucking fat belly tomorrow, man, because it's got nowhere to go. And it's steak. It's heavy. So I go home, and I roll over in bed. You know when you eat a lot, and you roll over in bed, and you can feel your stomach a little bit longer on the bed?
Yeah, it's like you feel bloated. You're like, ooh.
Like, wait a minute, I remember that part of touching the bed before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we can, and so then I get in hyper anxiety mode. And I was like, all right. So then I couldn't sleep. So I got up at 4:30 in the morning, go to the gym, do this circuit workout, 5 sets, 30 reps, no break, 6 exercises, bang this fucker out. And then I go in the steam room or the sauna for 15 minutes, sweat, and then I'm going to this photo shoot. So I had maybe, I don't know what, 4.5 hours sleep.
Yeah, not a lot.
Not a lot. So I get there, and I don't realize they're going to have me doing exercises, like full-blown exercises, over and over and over and over.
Oh, yeah, because you got to, and you got the speaking part too, right?
And I had to speak while I was doing the exercise. Mm-hmm. So they had me doing crunches off this chair, and I'm like, oh, this is an amazing workout. Blah blah blah. Do it again. Oh, this is amazing. Do it again. Oh, this is an amazing. Oh my god, freaking! I was like, dude, I did dips. This is no exaggeration. I did dips off a chair from 9 o'clock in the morning till 3. Over and over and over and over again.
Oh my god.
Different ways off the chairs. I was like, holy fuck. I was like, God, my triceps are gonna hate you people tomorrow.
Well, you don't have to work.
But no, it was great. It was fun. It was a lot of fun, man. It was a good time. I hope it comes out great.
I'm sure it will. But I really did. When you left, there was a second where I go, man, I'm that bad friend.
Oh, dude, I should just went home. I could have slept. I couldn't sleep. I was like, oh, I shouldn't eat that food, man. I'm gonna look bloated tomorrow. And if you can, dude, I was good though. It was fine.
It worked out. Filled you out a little bit.
That was good.
So, all right. Well, so you look out for that, which is great. Also, some awesome news coming up for us next week. We have a big episode. So we just turned barely legal, and then next week we are going to celebrate Father's Day. So shout out, we are going to do a special episode. We'll talk about it more during next week. But all the boys, all the kids are going to be here in the studio.
So excited, dude. So so next week we're going to have Tyler's going to be here, your son.
Yep.
And then I'm going to have my oldest son, Isaiah, here. So you guys will all meet my oldest son. So he'll be hanging out, and then I'll have my youngest son. I'll have my youngest son Avery here too. So what we want you guys to do, if you can, please, is send us a bunch of good questions, not dirty questions, right? So send us some questions out that refer to being a parent, or maybe to what it's like to be a kid, or what our kids think about us being fathers, or something like that. You know what I mean?
I also thought the kids should probably come up with questions for us that we don't know.
That'd be great.
That we don't know.
Yeah, that we don't know. So if you can, because we would like to incorporate the kids next week because it's Father's Day. We'd love for you guys to write any questions and ask the kids.
Yeah, good. I see your face.
Y'all act like I'm not here almost every week.
No, but I mean, look.
But it's different though.
If it's different though, because we want to talk about being a parent and being a dad and what it's like on your guys' end to, maybe sit on this side of the studio.
Don't cheapen our holiday, bro.
Don't take away what we want to do.
Yeah, don't take away our holiday, bro.
I did make you a dad, though.
Well,
he did make you a son, though.
I mean, what did they say? You came from my balls. You're a part of me.
My oldest son, I probably should say this on here because my oldest son was busting my balls one day hard, and he's like fucking riding my. He's like fucking just just picking on me, right? And I go, "You want me to win this conversation?" And he goes, "What?" I go, "I fucked your mom." he goes,
Oh, that was. Oh, you went hard. I gotta be honest with you.
I was like,
That was a good one.
I win.
That was a good
right?
one.
I win.
Yeah, you
I
win.
this conversation.
You shut it down.
Yeah, I shut it down. I'm like, go ahead, pick on me. I'm going to show you how I'm going to win right now.
Oh, that was. I feel like
Isaiah, if you're watching, I love you. All right.
I love you, Isaiah.
Fuck your mom.
I feel like now though, I gotta be honest, because those relationships ended for both of us, that would be the jab back at us.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Oh yeah, you're real smart. Look who you fucked."
Look what I got you.
Oh, so
man, it's too funny.
all right, so that's awesome. So Father's Day's episode is gonna be next week. So
Father's Day's episode next week.
yeah, so please, AKA Connie, anybody who was a regular, probably think outside the box or you write whatever you want. We're just going to really focus on being dads next week.
Yeah, we're going to keep it PG-13.
PG-13 next week, but still fun. And I think it'll be great. The kids will ask us questions that we don't think about, so we'll have no idea what they're going to ask us.
Not only that, but you get to see us in a different light.
Yeah.
And you get to see us be dads.
Yeah, so, which is what we, to be honest, is what our favorite thing to be is. So.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
So that's awesome. Also this month, two big things that are going on first. First off, it's Pride Month. So shout out to everyone who's partying their ass off. My wife used to live in Chelsea, Manhattan, and I used to live with her for a year. And June was in the city was unbelievable. The parties, the parades, so live it up, celebrate. So shout out to Pride Month. But more importantly, not more importantly, but just as important, June is Men's Mental Health Month.
Yes.
So that's very important as we go into June. We had a lot of questions come in from men regarding mental health, which was great. So we'll be able to touch on a lot of those questions today, which is awesome.
Yeah, shout out to both things, right? So shout out to Pride Month. Here's all my friends out there, that are loving life right now.
That's it.
Living up that rainbow, right?
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome. And then, listen, as a men's mental health survivor, this month's very important to me. So yeah, we definitely want to tap into that also.
Yeah, so all great things. So we got a lot of great questions about men's mental health. So we got a lot of fun questions to answer, which will be great. A couple things I just want to touch on before the episode starts. First off, I saw it trending on TikTok. No, Chris's hair is not a toupee. It is real. This shit I see on there sometimes, he's a real human being. He's not AI.
Yeah,
and that is a beautiful, luscious hair right there.
Real. It's attached to my head.
The thing, you know what it is? And it goes back to a little bit like me. We were talking about this week. So Memorial Day happens,
yes.
and Memorial Day is fantastic from the standpoint that realistically, when you celebrate Memorial Day, what you really try to remember is the men and women who gave their lives for this country. And really, it's about remembering them and celebrating where you're from. And I think no matter if you're from France, Germany, Australia, wherever you're from, you should be proud of where you're from. Doesn't mean it's perfect. Just means you're proud for where you're from.
Yes.
But it's funny how much like that conversation is so divisive, and people really get worked up about it.
Well, dude, we made that post about how I literally said that what makes America great is the fact that we have diversity, and we have so much different ethnicities and different religions.
Yes.
It's a melting pot of stuff. And people turn around and be calling me racist.
Yes, and people are so crazy.
I literally said the exact opposite of racist. I was like,
so for anybody who is offended by that, look, first off, we never try to offend anybody. I just think it's funny that I think the reality of it is there's no such thing as perfect. But our point of it is really that it is a melting pot, that you have an ability to have. No, it's great. You're in a country where you have that ability to have those comments, right? So. But also,
here's something I think I'm a big believer too, right? If you ask any one of those people, they go, "Oh, fucking blah blah blah," talk about shit. If you ask them, if you had a choice where to be born,
I mean, come on.
If
you're just being divisive and stupid on purpose.
Yeah.
If you're really gonna say anything else.
Yeah.
But the other thing outside that, which I thought was interesting, and I think this is my poll of the day. This has not. By the way, before really quick, finish that point. So that question's divisive, but. Should I don't know.
Use my ex's vibrator on somebody?
Should I jerk off twice before I meet someone?
Yes.
Those are big winners.
Yes.
So
I agree.
It's a funny world out there, but all good. But my poll today is I need everybody's help. I am racking my brain and I am like shoving it down Chris's throat. I want to find out which companies you guys think should use his voice for voiceovers. I cannot still believe that he's not a voice actor.
Transformers.
By the way, hasn't even tried. So to his own credit, he doesn't think about these things. We were just what animation were we watching? Madagascar or something?
I wasn't watching Madagascar.
No. But you were showing me a clip people sent you.
Oh, it was the freaking one with the penguin.
Yeah, it's Madagascar.
Is that Madagascar?
Yeah, it's Pixar.
Somebody tagged me in that video. He's like, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" It's like some penguin or something. I don't know.
Yes, it's a Disney movie, and I'm like, Chris. So if you're from Pixar or DreamWorks or Disney,
or Marvel,
you are missing the boat if you don't put this man in a movie somehow.
Autobots.
So that's where I need my audience to help us figure out who should I bother, because this sultry voice needs to go somewhere. It's the best part of waking up sometimes of your hello videos and watching people from other countries.
It's so crazy, right? So I told you the other day. So I wanted to test the waters, right? I wanted to see, how loyal. I don't want to say how loyal, but how much people are watching.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, how much people are watching. Because I don't know. Listen, I'm never going to call you guys my fans. You guys are my friends. I'm just a guy who's doing a thing, and you guys are just paying attention, which is great. So, but I wanted to see how many people are paying attention to my Good Morning things. So it was being June's Men's Mental Health Month. So I always put out video, like usually in the morning, about 10 minutes before 7. And it's listen. Here's the answer to the question: why is it always in my car? Because I'm on my way. I'm
on the way to work.
I'm on my way to work. Like freaking, I don't do it out of my house because I'm on my. I get up, take a shower, go to work. And
by the way, early too. You know what I mean? Like
they're early at crack ass the dawn in the morning. I'm there all day, so it's really hard for me to record any other time. And by the time I'm done work, I'm tired, and I don't really want to do anything. So that's why you see me sitting in my car. It's not because I'm homeless.
Because I'm homeless.
Somebody says to me, like, "Man, are you homeless? You live in a car?" I'm like, "I'm homeless. I wear a toupee. My voice is fake."
You're like, none of this is real,
and I'm complete AI. That's exactly what's happening right now. But I put up the men's mental health post first. I put that up at 10 to 7 because I wanted to get recognition on men's mental health awareness, right? Because I'm a big firm believer that the one thing women are great at is organization. They're phenomenal at it. And I'm by the grace of God, I have a huge female following, and I would like to think so I can open up the ideas that they can help a lot more men out, with their mental issues, right? Bring more of awareness to it, right? And so I put it up there first to get people to see that. And then literally, like, I waited an hour before I did my good morning video, and I had like 30 messages. Like people going, "Where's my good morning?"
Yes, I love it. But I love how worldwide it goes. Because if you got, I know, because I know you, so I know your social media.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how many countries run with it.
Yeah.
And so I think we need to capitalize on it. So
I agree. Shout out to Gary, by the way.
Yeah. Shout out to Gary.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, Gary, or what is Mickle?
Shout out. He's a comedian, right?
Scottish comedian. Gary, yeah. Gary, shout out to you, bro. You made a video with me and it went viral. It's so funny. Somebody else made another clip of it. It's on Reels now.
Oh God, it's awesome.
It's great. So thank you to everybody for that. Thank you for Gary for that. I can't wait. He's gonna come on the show.
So
he's gonna do a tour. Gary's gonna do an American tour, and when he does, he's gonna come on the show. So that's gonna be awesome.
Which is great. So shout out Gary. And I'm also gonna spend some time googling some YouTube. I love comedy. So
yeah, no, he's funny as shit.
Yes. So
he sent another video today. I think I sent it to you about. There were some other guys, some guys.
I saw it. Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah, so that is my so if you guys want to send that in, and before we get into questions, comment of the day. I have to address this because people were filling up my comments with this. So this person's name is Giselle Gone Cavs YO Rizzo 6999.
I love her.
That's a pretty.
That's my future wife right there.
That's so big. Tony, get Tyler a car already. He's a good, responsible teen, and he's an important part of the production of the podcast. Everyone out there, of course I'm going to get him a car.
Did you send that in?
No, I wish I did.
I cannot tell you people wrote, like, I'm a bad dad.
I knew it.
They're like, yo.
I knew Tony was a bad dad.
They're like, yo, you're not getting him a shirt. What's he have no clothes while he's there? He's got no car. By the way, I had to buy my own car as a kid.
Oh, so did I.
Yeah, so these people buy him a car.
Yeah.
He'll be taken care of.
Buy him a car.
For you guys, so my dad, I saved up $1,400, and I gave it to my dad, and he goes, I found you a car. And he goes, I'm going to pick it up for you, and I promise you you're going to love it. And I go, great. And my dad brought home a Chevy Camaro, right?
Yeah.
Good start.
Yeah.
Awesome car. And yeah, on 4 cinder blocks because it had no engine.
Are you sure we didn't grow up together?
And I go, Dad, the fuck do you spend my money on? He goes, I'm going to teach you how to build an engine.
Yeah.
So
Dude, my dad did the same thing.
yeah, I had to build an engine for my own car. No, I didn't even ask me if it was okay.
I had an 83 Firebird.
So-
Bought it for $500.
Yeah.
Had to rebuild the whole engine.
Yeah. See?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I'm telling you, we're
Similar lives.
We're similar.
I blew mine though in the first 2 days after I got on the road.
Did you?
Oh yeah, nobody told me not to go for 500 miles or not to go 50 miles an hour for the first 500 miles, break the engine in.
Yeah.
Oh, I took it out and fucking raced some Camaro. That's blew the fucking engine.
Second day in?
Oh, blew the engine, dude. Fucking pin went through it, oil shooting everywhere.
Second day in for me, I ran a kid over.
That's amazing.
Well, he fell into my window, and he came across the road, and I was driving 25 miles an hour in Seaside, it's a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit in the neighborhood. He came shooting out, hit his bike. He fell in the window of the passenger seat. He grabbed my buddy, and he goes, I don't want to die. And he fell out the window. Wait.
I don't want to die.
I'm in the car freaking out. My buddy's in the back. You killed a kid. You killed a kid. We're all crying.
You killed a kid.
Bro, this kid popped up out of nowhere, looks all of us dead in the face, and goes, don't tell my mom. And,
That's amazing.
And took his bike, bent the tire back, and went riding off. Because I guess
he's like, this is the first time this happened to me.
bro, the next day I was at work on the boardwalk, and I'm sitting there cooking. I was like, I had a job on the boardwalk. I was cooking, and I look up, and here comes this kid with his family. And I duck down behind the boardwalk because I don't want him to see me. And I look, and he's got a new bike, and he's just pedaling his little heart out. So wherever you are, you're probably like 35 years old. I hit you.
Tony, don't sue us.
Don't. Yeah, so.
Kid's going to come back now and go, oh, that's the guy.
That's him.
That's him.
So, yeah, but anyways, don't do any of that stuff.
Yeah, don't do it. Yeah, there you go, Tyler. Don't hit anybody with your car.
All right, so we're going to write into questions. We're going to go regulars. We got a couple regular questions, and we're going to jump right into men's health since we have a lot of people who ask good questions. Joanna, you, the South Australian crew, she wrote in, ready for this? I'm fucking competitive, and I want my podcast to win at the Golden Globes. So I was like,
too bad.
No, it's us.
Oh, us.
Yeah, she's like, she was saying like the community of people.
Really?
Yes.
Who said that?
Joanna from the South Australia crew.
Oh, what's up, Joanna?
Yes.
How you doing? I know you're watching.
She wrote this big thing, and she's like, that's our podcast, and we deserve to win. I'm fucking competitive, and she's like,
Did you get the mail?
What do you mean? Oh, I went there today.
Nothing?
There's, by the way, anyone's trying to mail us, it doesn't matter. I have a big P.O. box. I got a large P.O. box. I figure people would send us stuff.
Yeah.
Not like one of those little ones. And did you see in the news that I forgot to tell you this, like a 90-year-old woman ran her car right through the front of the Middletown post office? And
no.
Yes, and that's where our P.O. box is.
No.
I went there today.
That's
forgot.
amazing.
I went there today. The whole thing's boarded up. So, but you can still send stuff. I just have to go get it at a different post office.
So, Connie, your whole package is destroyed. Never saw it.
So, Connie, I haven't. If anyone sent us anything, I have to go to a whole other.
Your whole thing's destroyed, man.
But you can mail us anything. It doesn't matter. They'll put it in the back, and I get it.
Don't mail us everything. Listen, you can mail us.
Mail us whatever you want.
Behave yourself. Some things.
Mail us whatever.
No.
Just address it to Chris.
No, don't fucking know.
And people.
Why? This is how you know the show's fucked up. I'm the responsible one here.
Well, if they just put advice unfiltered, it comes to us anyways.
Yeah.
But don't worry about P.O. box size. We can handle it. We can handle it.
Size doesn't matter.
Size does not matter here.
It matters. It matters.
Yes, it does. We got a big
Size
P.O. box, deep.
Size matters.
All right, Shannon from Kansas. Random question. If you were to start shoot.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
I know you're going to enjoy this. I'm hoping to send you your action figures next week. That's
month. Shannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Shannon. Hey, right on, Shannon.
So Shannon is, I told you, like I shout out to her. She got 3D company. I just told, let us know what you owe. She's been working on them.
That's fucking awesome,
yes.
Shannon.
So, and that's why she has a question. She's a regular. She, shout out Shannon from Kansas. She wants to know, she wants to start a home gym, but if you had to start one, what would be some equipment you would buy? So I would have to think dumbbells because they're the most versatile, but like what would you get?
Yeah, dumbbells is the best way to go.
I would definitely think dumbbells. I mean, like a
dumbbells.
flat bench.
Flat bench is okay. If you can, but you can get dumbbells. You can get like the total gym. Like the whole thing with the bands is good for a certain point. You know what I mean? You also get, there's plenty of universal equipment you get. I think the cable machine, the double arm cable machine, is a great fit for garage. You know, if you can.
Yeah, but how much is that bad boy?
I don't know. Probably
Well, that if I could buy, if money wasn't an option,
Yeah.
the double cable where you had all the things on
Yeah.
the side and the pull, that's the
it.
home run.
That's it. It's a home
Yeah,
run. Yeah,
I-
yeah. The universal machine.
Oh, it's all you would need. You can work everything
but
out.
that universal machine's huge.
Yeah.
You can buy these pulleys that you could just stack like just plates on.
Yeah.
Like I have some friends that have
That
those at the
attached
house.
to that?
Yeah, they just attach like a pull-up bar or something like that, and it's a pulley, and you just attach a rope and it has the grip, so it's just one of those like cables.
I looked at the cable extension machine. It was like $2,000.
Yeah.
And when I just was like trying to build a basic garage, like you could get the flat bench on Amazon for $60.
Oh yeah, you can flap bench easy.
Yeah, and you can buy the dumbbells individually.
I mean, you can get a bench cheap. You can go to Dick's Sporting Goods and get a bench cheap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, dumbbells is definitely the best way to go. You can do so much with dumbbells.
Yeah, I feel like you could almost get a full body workout in if you just had a good set of
the
dumbbells.
bands are great. You can get good workout with the bands. You know, any of that stuff there. The yoga ball. I think the yoga ball.
The yoga ball's a good one.
Great. You can do ball squats with the yoga ball. You can do abs with the yoga ball. You can use the yoga ball with bands too, and do a lot of resistance training on those. So yeah, and that you can get at Five Below. You know, you can get those yoga balls at Five Below, man. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You can get weights there too. Like you don't have to go heavy. You know, you don't have to buy I think those dumbbells that click and adjust the weight are great, right?
I have those. Yeah,
those are great, except if you're a female, right? You're not lifting 80s. You're not lifting 90s. You know what I mean? Like it's a little.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
well,
it's a little much,
I have
right?
an original pair that goes 5 to 50.
5 to 50. That's okay. 5 to 50.
And that's
is good.
perfect.
Yeah, 5 to 50 is good. But just you can get 5-10 pound dumbbells and do a lot.
I think the key, Shannon, is don't forget, you don't have to buy everything at once.
Yeah.
You can build on a home gym, right? You get 10-pound weights, 5-pound weights, and then you get a little stronger, but by 15.
Somebody put in there, and a good point too, is Facebook Marketplace. You can find gym stuff on Facebook Marketplace all the time.
You can find a lot of people who started a fitness dream and then gave up and then just need to sell the stuff. So, yeah, Facebook, eBay, Craigslist.
Here's my one word of advice. Don't buy a treadmill.
You always say it.
Don't.
But,
Unless you're looking for somewhere to hang your clothes.
I'm the rare exception. We use it.
Yeah.
But most people wouldn't. Almost nobody does.
Yeah, nobody does.
All right. Great. Oh, I wish. Oh, can we get a little drum roll for this, please? Drum roll. Update. Katie got the D.
Oh, Katie got the D?
And this is the best. You'll love this.
Congratulations, Katie.
Katie said, it was very nice to get laid because it reminded me I know what I'm doing. She knocked it out the park. And she goes, I know it's been a while, but she put it on somebody.
Katie got the D.
I'm going to clip that.
Boom, 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 boom.
So, well, this is the best part of Katie's.
It's funny.
By the way, it's the best part of Katie, outside of Katie getting the D, which Katie, shout out to you. She says, you'll love this. She's on TRT. It's hormone therapy for a woman, which I think is great.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, it's great when you're married, but I realized that now when I'm on it, when I'm single, maybe that's what led me to making the decisions I'm making. Katie, that was a great decision.
Yeah, so it's just for people who catch up on people who don't know, Katie's a longtime listener.
Yes.
Who wrote in weeks or months, like a month ago.
Been writing forever about
it was like almost the beginning of our episodes, right? So she wrote in that she was dating a guy who
I think she was married, and then he
was gay, right?
He was bisexual, but he couldn't get it up unless some weird stuff.
Yeah.
And then she found him on a gay site.
She found a man that wasn't the man she needed, right?
Yes.
So she decided to get a man.
She needed a man.
She needed a man to do man things. Man things.
She went online.
And she went online and found somebody, and Katie got the D.
And look, we celebrate your wins here together.
Right? Katie, that means we all got the D.
I was gonna say that. Hey, we all got the D, Katie.
We all get the D, Katie, because you got it.
Because you got it. So
right? We're all in this together.
Yes, my heart goes out to you, Katie. But the best part in reading the whole thing was how she was so excited she remembered how to do it, and she put it on somebody, and she was like, "I was good."
Right on.
I was like, "Hell yeah, get confident,
feeling,
girl."
It's always a good feeling.
Yes. There is something to. We kind of joked about it. We were talking about the girl and her gay best friend and the guy walked in. They were watching the sex tape that he was in. Yeah. And I said, there's something about being like, yeah, I crushed it.
I crushed it.
It's fine.
Crushed it.
Just so you know, Skippy Burton.
Skippy Burton.
Skippy Burton. Sarah calls herself Skippy. She writes in all the time. Do you guys drink? If so, what's your go-to summer drink? And if you don't drink, why do you not drink? So you don't drink, right?
No.
How long?
Well, I had a glass of wine with you Thursday.
Well, that don't really count that.
No, but I felt like shit Friday.
Oh, you definitely did.
Fuck, man, I felt like shit. Dude, that was the first time I had a glass of wine in forever. 10 years, right?
Was it 10 years?
9 years, 9 years. It'll be 10 years in October.
Wow.
So nine, yeah, it's been 10 years, 9 years I've been sober.
Now, everyone's going to watch this episode and be like, so your co-host feeds you before a photo
You're
shoot
right. He's a
and
bad
then
influence.
breaks your 10-year.
I'm an angel.
You
Done
are.
nothing wrong.
And I fuck it up.
Tony fucks me up. Fucks me up.
But so 10 years?
So no, I quit drinking because of my kids, right? So there's a lot, me and you talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
There's some other influences going on in the kids' lives that that it's a good thing that I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave up drinking for just about a year. And just to say I could do it because I just, you start thinking, you don't realize when you drink that if you start drinking in, high school, college, whatever, you have drank for 20. I mean, I was like, I have had a drink probably at least once a week for probably over 20 years.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I want to think I can stop.
Drinking is so. I just want to throw this out there. Drinking is so fucking bad for you.
It's awful.
Like, it's terrible for you. Like alcohol is really like if you see I have so many clients of mine that they'll work out and they'll be in great shape and then they'll go on like a binge. Like they'll go on a golf trip.
I know you're looking at some
Golf trip, Rich. And then they'll feel like shit the night, when they come into the gym and they have one of those whoops or one of those things that calculate.
For recovery.
Yeah, it shows you like the recovery and their sleep and everything, and it literally like you'll see it. It'll be like his recovery was like I don't know, like really high for like weeks, and then he drank for like 2 days. And it was down in red. It was just all the way at the bottom, freaking, and it was just terrible. Like it was drinking's not good for you. It's not good for you. I mean, listen, I get it. I used to love drinking, and I love a mixed drink. I still like drinks. I just choose not to. Like I love a good espresso martini. I love a good dirty martini. I love fucking. I love nice like good shots. I like good tequila.
Yeah.
I like a good bourbon. I just choose not to because it's not good for
Once
me.
you not do it for a while, the funny thing is you realize it takes a little bit of time to navigate the scene of it because I live where people go out. What I would tell you is Heineken Zero is the best beer that tastes like a beer. And so when I would go out, I would just have a Heineken Zero and nobody would bother me about having a drink because they would think I'm having a beer. Oh, it tastes like a beer. It's the only one that tastes like a beer. And the other thing, I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't have a drink for almost a year, but I did. I was California sober. So, I mean.
What's California sober? What does that mean?
California sober.
What does that mean? You're drinking O'Doul's?
No. Hey, drinks are the only thing off. Drinks are off limits. But it's California sober.
Why do they call it that?
What's illegal in California?
What's illegal?
What's legal?
I don't know what.
What's
drinking?
it? No, in California and New Jersey now and New York.
Oh, weed?
Yeah, you go California sober.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Take an edible, smoke a little bit.
Heard that.
You don't have to drink.
Yeah, no, freaking no.
So I don't know that it counts as sober, but I'll be honest with you, you just realize you don't got to drink.
Yeah, no, I'd rather smoke pot than drink.
The funny thing is when you're sober, you don't realize it till you go out sober enough, and then you watch everyone drunk. And it's
How
so
annoying it is.
it's so unappealing.
So fucking annoying, dude.
It's so unannoying.
I cannot. I bartended for fucking 10 years. I bartended and bounced. And I cannot stand to be around drunk people, dude. Especially people our age. Drives me nuts.
Yes.
I'm like, come on, man. You're an adult. Like, knock it the fuck off.
Yes. By the way, let's leave that California sober thing in this studio, by the way. So I don't want to go home and get yelled at.
Let's not put that in the podcast.
It's not. That's going to stay in the podcast. It's fine. Real quick, I want to give a shout out. My best friend, Hope and Josh. Hope has been going through battling breast cancer. And I know she's been fighting her ass off. And I see her on the podcast, and she said, Katie D, shout out for getting a D, way to go. She's one of my favorite people in the world. So Hope, keep the fight alive. We'll come out and see you soon.
Yeah, Hope, keep doing your thing.
And tell your husband to make sure he's taking care of you. But we miss you, so keep doing what you're doing out there.
Right on.
But yeah, so I think you just sometimes just prove to yourself you could do it. But if I had to choose a drink for the summer, Stoli Blueberry and Lemonade. It's so good. The calories suck, but
Somebody just put on here that they drink Yingling. I just want to let you know, I'm from Pennsylvania. I met the owner of Yingling. One of the nicest people you ever meet.
oldest brewery in America.
Oldest brewery in America. Yeah. If you get one of the nicest people you ever meet. He walks up, he got overalls with a hole in the pocket, tries to beat up freaking truck. He's got a hat that looks like he's been through war. You would never guess the guy's a multi-billionaire. You know what I mean? Like he's freaking is, yeah.
Those are the best kind.
Yeah, great guy.
Yes. Patricia, who is actually from Pennsylvania.
I know who Patricia is.
Yeah, she says, Chris, how do you stay away from all that good Pennsylvania food? So she listed like 10 things that Pennsylvania is known for, from bakeries to Danishes to all that stuff.
Let's go down the list and I'll tell you how I avoid them.
I couldn't even write them. There's so many. But like, all right, you're from PA. What's a PA? Here, and I'll just say this at a time. Jersey would be like pork roll, egg, and cheese, right? Like it's good, but you can't eat that shit. You just heart attack. What's PA known for?
You gotta go. I mean, like, I
put down apple pies, bakery, Danishes.
But that's like everywhere.
They're known for Pennsylvania Dutch food.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
Pennsylvania Dutch food and Amish food. So
Yeah.
you got your
Amish food is good.
Yeah, you got your apple dumplings. You got your your shepherd's pies. There's a lot of German food that's involved in Pennsylvania stuff. Pennsylvania Dutch food is amazing.
Is it?
I'll give it out for Pennsylvania Dutch food. It's rich. It's good. It tastes amazing. But here's the problem. Because it does taste like all that, it's really not good for you.
Oh, it's awful for you.
So a lot of Pennsylvania Dutch have like heart attacks and they have like strokes and they have high cholesterol and they have high blood pressure, and it's because their food is so rich of like
butter,
stuff. Yeah,
right?
dude,
all
but
the
it's,
good shit.
Oh, but it's so fucking good, man. Like, listen, if you don't know what an apple dumpling is, it's basically an apple pie, just in a full crust like a baseball, right?
Oh,
Every weekend, and you put a little sugar on it, dude. You can do it this way: you put a little sugar on it,
Okay.
or you have it with milk and warm it up. Have it warmed up with the milk, phenomenal. Or you can have it with ice cream, right?
Oh, vanilla ice cream,
yeah,
home
vanilla
run.
ice cream. Yeah, it's just amazing.
Oh yeah, good.
I go to this camp. It's up in the middle of PA. It's called Woodward.
Yeah, Woodward.
And on Fridays, these Amish
Nobody knows this, but for you guys who don't know, Tyler is a pro-am scooterer, and for nobody who doesn't know what that is, I don't either. It's some X Games type shit. He is actually phenomenal at it. What's your Instagram handle?
Tyler._.rod.
That's complicated, but it's fine. We'll share it. But go ahead. Woodward's like an ESPN camp.
It's like an X Games camp basically. It's where all the Olympics for BMXing and skateboarding train. But up there on Fridays, I know this because one of my friends worked there. Is this Amish? These Amish
country.
people, they make this chicken. It's hands down the best chicken I've ever had in my life.
No, Amish know how to cook.
We went there for a weekend, went up, got this chicken. It was amazing. Some of the best food I ever had. I guarantee it was awful.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I take him, you got to ride 5 hours out into the middle of nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
But as you're going out there, you're passing Amish people, just on the road.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, the best thing to do is have it when you're young and don't eat it when you're older. Connie. Well, we got to get Connie in here. Ooh, go ahead.
Yo, Eric, love you too, bro.
Yes.
Love you too, Eric.
Love you, Eric. Heart.
Man.
Connie comes in. You have to give your answer. You can't say all three. Quickie.
Was that part of? Is the Connie right there?
Yes, Connie's. Would you guys prefer quickie, long, or lazy lovemaking?
Oh, it's always long for me.
What would I prefer?
Listen. I got issues.
You got issues. I mean, I love to take them all. I appreciate a lazy Sunday morning. That'd be great. Thongs, boy shorts, bikini, or granny panties?
Granny panties. What kind of question is that? No, of course, granny panties.
I go boy shorts. I like my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, I like boy shorts. Yeah, I like thongs too. Boy shorts.
I like something cheeky.
I also like just nothing.
Well, I told you, like you could keep everything, bro. I don't need any of that stuff. Just give me a pair of booty shorts. That's all. That's where my heart's at. Sophia found out she's recently diabetic. Do you guys have tips on the best way to control your diabetes?
It depends what diabetic you are.
By the way, first of all, we are not medical professionals.
We are not doctors.
Do not this is purely entertainment purposes.
Yeah, I would just go to your doctor for that. I don't know what kind of diabetes you have. You got diabetes 1, 2. I mean, you know. So,
outside of what your doctor says, cutting out sugars, exercising more, it's tough depending, to your point, which type you have. Oh yeah, look at them. Yeah, people complain on there. Erica P. Can women increase their libido from working out? I'm curious because I've been weight training since January, and lately I've noticed my desire to read smut, pleasure myself more frequently. Is this what happens when from working out, or is this because I watch you guys kill it every Tuesday night? Erica P. What do you guys think?
Definitely us.
Definitely us.
Definitely
Working
us.
out doesn't help at all.
No. The hell are you thinking? I'm working out there, dude.
Oh, of course working out does. What do you say, legs is the best?
Yeah, legs increase your testosterone levels.
Yeah, so. And Trish B., I am 59 years old right now, but turning 60 in January of 2026. I am struggling with this milestone. Is there any advice on how to get over this dread? Manhattan, Kansas. Any advice on how to get over when you're turning a milestone? You got to own that shit.
Yeah, just run with it.
I think the only thing this is what I turn to. Like my wife just turned 50. I'm 47. You start looking at all these milestones.
Sorry, how was that?
And I just want to be, when I look at other people my own age, I want to feel like I'm crushing it.
Yes.
I think that's the best way to tackle those milestones. I don't feel 50 at all or 47, and I sure as hell know people that are my age that look like shit. So just own it, rock it. Now, if you don't feel good at this age, then I think you need to work on that. But just be better than everyone else who's 60. That's what I would say.
Yeah. Being in shape is the best way to go. You know what I mean? I think you don't want to have like a midlife crisis, right? So I think the best way to do is keep active. Yeah, here's the thing though. Like, we get older and we forget to do hobbies, right? So like, you should find a new hobby, something else. Like, I'm gonna learn French. I'm gonna try to learn how to play the piano.
Why
all that
French?
stuff. I think French is an amazing language. I don't know, it'd just be fun.
By the way, it is. I'm just asking. Like,
yeah, no, it's just something I always want to learn. I want to learn French in high school. My mom told me no, she made me learn Spanish, which I sucked at. It's terrible at it.
I liked being able to speak enough Spanish. I would love to learn a language. I think my big one is, and I have 3 of them at my house. I want to get good enough to play like 5 songs on a guitar.
Yeah, my teacher, Miss Visit, didn't like me because she knew I didn't want to take her class. So everybody else got to pick a name. I didn't get to pick a name.
No?
No. Guess what name she gave me?
Oh, God, what?
Pepe. Yep, Pepe. She would go, ¿Cómo está, Pepe? She'd go, who me?
Who me? Who me?
And I go, mucho feo, Miss Vizda. Which is very ugly. Miss Vizda. And in which case, she would give me a yellow card to walk the hallway.
Oh, so...
If you're not going to think this seriously, you're going to walk the hallway.
Well, Tyler over here and his Spanish teacher one time, he was throwing pencils in her hair and just kept doing it and doing it and doing it until he almost got suspended from school.
When did I do this?
Oh, you did.
When?
Oh, you definitely did.
I don't remember this.
You
Too
did.
late. It's already out there.
It's out there now.
It's out there now.
Look,
Everybody knows you did.
Yeah, you did. I got a call from your school with your mom.
What year?
I can't remember at this point. All right, so mental health questions. Jared, so this is for men's mental health. So, first of all, shout out to how many men watch the show. We appreciate it. We get some really great questions. I pulled some of these mental health questions out since it's June. Jared from Austin, Texas. Is it normal that I feel more pressure to be strong now that I'm a dad, but at the same time, I feel lonelier than ever? How do I open up to my family without feeling like I'm letting them down? It's that having to keep that persona, right?
So he's gay?
No, he didn't say he was gay. I think what it is he wants to feel like he has an ability to be emotional and vulnerable, but he thinks that because he's a dad, he has to put up this front that he's strong.
No, dude, no, listen, because you're a dad, I cry.
Yes.
I cry. You know what I mean? Freaking, I let it out. You don't have to be that big. All right, so here's the thing, right? So it's something that I do with my kids. I'm honest with my emotions with my children, right? So I let them see me cry. I let them know when I'm upset. I let them know when I fucked up, and I do that so they can accept the emotions themselves and not have to feel ashamed like that, right? So I think the best thing you can do is just be honest with your emotions, let them out when they come, but always recognize them, right? Like, always recognize why you feel that way and handle the emotion, especially in front of your kids. That it's something that you guys can talk about, right? Like, especially if you have boys, even if you have girls. Because listen, even if you have girls, it's just important for a child to see that their parents aren't like superheroes, that they're human. That they're not on a like. It's okay for your kids to look up to you. That's one thing, but you don't want them to think that you're on such a high level that you're not emotionally available, right?
Yeah.
So I think being honest with your kids, like when you're down, be like, man, you don't have to tell them everything. Be like, just like dad's going through a hard time right now, but it's all going to be okay. It's all going to work out. You know what I mean? And it's just letting them see that vulnerable side of you will help them not only be better people and be able to deal with their emotions themselves, but also let them be better parents. And in the long run, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's absolutely okay to be vulnerable.
Jimmy Fallon was on a podcast, the Diary of a CEO, which is a famous British podcast, and I was telling you about it. I just watched the whole thing, and it always happens to every guy in an interview who's famous. They ask him the same question: "What was your dad like?" And Jimmy Fallon said his dad never showed emotion. His dad never cried. He never gave him a hug. He knew his dad loved him. But he was talking about it. And then the follow-up question is always the same. It's like, well, how are you as a dad? And Jimmy Fallon's like, I can't not hug my kids enough and tell them I love them because I didn't get it.
Yeah.
And so you want to be able to show your kids that because they will grow up and not, and really struggle with that as an adult. So, and especially for me and you, because, and I know I never asked this, but I'm sure 100%, we come from relationships where, our kids got taken from us for a long part of what we thought.
Yeah.
So that's really hard to deal with because there are times when, I'd be home and it's the 2 weeks in between seeing Tyler and I live by myself and I have nobody. And that pick up and drop off breaks your fucking heart. And you will cry on the way home.
Dude, there's nothing. I used to say this all the time. Listen, there's nothing that rocks a father more, especially when one's in our situation. The silence you hear when you get back in your car.
Yeah, when you drive. Yeah,
and we have like a 2.5 hour drive.
Drive home.
2.5 hour drive home. The silence. Dude, I used to leave my kid's stuff, his toys, all over the place for like a week.
Yeah.
And then I would put them away that following Saturday, and then he'd get them all out again. But I hated it, dude. I hated it. When you get home, there's nobody there. You don't hear your child playing with the toys. You don't hear I sleep the best with my kids there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, freaking that silence on the way home is rough.
So I get the pressure. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure in being a dad and you want to be a great example, but also you should be able to be vulnerable. Your kids will appreciate it and so will your family.
But yeah, and to be honest with them, right? So here's something we forget about. Like we want to shelter our kids from like everything that's bad in this world, right? Like oh, we don't want to. We don't let the kids know that grandma died, or we don't want to know that we're having a hard time with our job, or we don't let them know that we're having a hard time in a relationship. You want to keep them in the safe bubble of this like Disney World fascination thing of what the world is. But you forget our key purpose as parents is to train our kids to be able to handle and adapt what life is going to throw at them.
Yeah.
That is our number one job, right? So I understand. Listen, nobody wants to. I hate to see my kids cry. I hate to see my kids upset more than anybody else. But when it comes down to what really matters, I think teaching them how to handle difficult situations from an early age is nothing but beneficial for them. Because life isn't easy. It is hard, and you're going to face things like death, and you're going to face things like sickness, and you're going to face things like either homelessness or having a job or fear of having no money or where you're going to eat. Like those are all reality things. That's real life shit. And I think if you're honest with your kids. There's plenty of times my son, would ask me for something. I'm like, I don't have the money right now, man. You know what I mean? Like we just don't have it. We got to, Dad worked for as many hours as I could. This is what we have, and and he's got to wait and hold on. And he understands that, but he also understands the value of $1 then too. He understands he's going to treat. He doesn't live in this imaginary world that things aren't hard. And I get it. Listen, nobody wants to spoil their kid more than I do. Nobody wants to make their kid think that life is going to be just one big roller coaster of Mickey Mouse, Disney World fucking bullshit. But the reality of the fact is, man, that one day we're not going to be here and our kids are going to have to do it on their own. So the best gift you can give your child is to be vulnerable and to be honest and to be real with them.
Yeah. And there was a quote, I'll fuck it up but I just saw it the other day. It was someone asked, it was like this movie scene and they asked the guy like, what is a dad? Mm-hmm. And he said, a dad is a person who plants seeds for their children to grow a tree that'll shade their children, but he'll never be around to see the shade.
The saying, yeah.
It's close, something like that, right?
The saying is give grace and gratefulness to old men who planted young seeds to shade the future of our society.
That they'll never see. Yeah, so.
That's exactly what that is, yeah.
All right, so Eli from Richmond, Virginia. I'm 40. I'm recently divorced. The silence in my house is crushing. I've never realized how much my identity was tied to being a husband. Yeah. How do I ever begin again? Well, we both been there.
Yeah, both been there. Both been there, bro. It's not easy, man. It is not easy.
Did you ever go down the I'll never get married again route? Just
what the fuck are you talking about? I say it all the time. I'm never getting fucking married again. Yeah, no. Listen, it's rough, bro. When you have a part of you, it's like cutting off a limb. Yeah, I mean, it's like literally like cutting off a limb. It's like having a shadow limb, right? For at least a couple years, maybe 6 months. It depends on you. It depends on you and your growth, right? The biggest thing I can tell you is to clean your house, right? You're in that house, clean your house, rearrange it, clean it, make it your own, and start there. So start cleaning your house because it's gonna actually help you clean your mind. And then once you do that, then you gotta start working on you on the outside, right? So go to the gym. Start working out, start eating healthy, get yourself a hobby, man. Start learning about you all over again, man. Listen, I'm not going to tell you it's easy. It's not easy. I'm sure Tony will agree with me on this. It's not easy, bro. But if you do the work, and it is work, then you'll be okay. But start with cleaning your house first, man. I'm telling you right now. Start with cleaning your house, get new sheets, get new bedding, do things that you would like. I met this guy once, man. And freaking this dude. I was doing a HVAC in his house. I was putting a water heater in. I go in this guy's house, and he's got like the old James Bond Jaguar, and he's got like all these old Civil War guns and these masks, these like, and like all this like this cool artwork and like some cool fucking like sculptures. And like, I'm like, dude, your house is like cool as shit. Samurai swords, freaking all this stuff. I'm like, man, your house is freaking awesome, bro. He goes, it's the perk of being divorced. He goes, I can finally have what I want. I can buy what I want. He goes, see that car? Got that after divorce. You see that painting? Got that after divorce. She fucking hated it. I bought that thing, pulling her right up the next day. Freaking so there's things, man, that you can do, right? There's also plus sizes. I was trying to tell this to my son too, who was also going through something. That yes, things might not have worked out how you wanted them to, right, per se, right? Mm-hmm. But maybe it's for the best, right? Like maybe it's absolutely for the best. Now you get an opportunity to get to know you. You get an opportunity to grow as a person, and find your own happiness, find your own smile.
Yeah. And what I would tell you is you realize you go through this emptiness. I said it like way back in like episode 1 of the podcast. All you're doing is you're learning to become the person you were meant to be for the next person, for the right person, right? Yeah. So while you're divorced and it's crushing, what it's going to allow you to, and Chris said it perfectly, you just work on you. Yeah. You just, and you know what? And this is where I will die on this hill. This is where fitness is great.
Fitness is amazing.
This is where working on yourself and going to the gym, get a hobby, pay, and then all of a sudden, what's going to happen is you'll see your mental change, and then all of a sudden you're going to meet someone somewhere, and then they're going to run into a better version of you, and you'll be ready for that.
Yeah, and here's the thing though, like you don't have to find somebody. Let's be completely honest here. Like there's some weird thing out there that like when you go through divorce, you have to break up with somebody or you break up with somebody that you have to find somebody else. You don't have to find anybody. Happiness isn't in. Here's the key thing. Happiness isn't in somebody else. Happiness is a choice inside of you.
Yeah.
All right. So you have to make that choice that you want to be happy for you. And that starts by doing the work within yourself. Right. Yeah. So, yeah.
Nico from Miami, Florida. Everyone thinks I'm living the dream. I got a good job, good body, fun lifestyle, but I still wake up feeling empty. What do I do when success doesn't fix the sadness? And look, this happens to a lot of people. I actually am very close to somebody that struggles with this. When you're trying to figure out like what purpose is, and everything around you is great, but for some reason you don't know what it is. It's very difficult. But I think when we really look at it, you really start to define what you think of as success. success doesn't have to be those things, right? I think in society we say like, how much money do you make? That's success. Well, that's why most people the highest suicide rate for most people who commit suicide is people who have money. Like if you're poor, the suicide rate is much lower.
Let's not say suicide.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Life-ending situations.
Yes.
But those situations happen because success is defined differently, and it puts you in a box. But it's great to have those things. But first of all, therapy would be good for this, right? Find someone to talk to, have an outlet, which I think is going to be super important. But I just think maybe redefining what success is, because maybe success isn't those things, and that's really what you're kind of been I think you're focusing on what everyone else thinks success is, and you're putting up this front because you got all this stuff. But that's okay. That stuff doesn't have to be what you define as success. Yeah. I know you feel the same way. Success to me, and I'm not saying, Nico, you have this, is being a great dad.
Yep.
I don't give a shit about anything else.
I agree. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. That's number one right there. That's what I say all the time. I was like, out of everything I succeeded, right? Out of everything I've done, the books, the millions of whatever, everything I've accomplished. My biggest accomplishment, it was breaking generational trauma, right? So like my father really wasn't there because he was busy. His father wasn't really there for him because he was busy, and on and on and on. And I broke that chain, right? So, I mean, the fact that you're there for your kids, bro, that's to me is success all on its own. Everything else doesn't really matter. Because here's the thing: when you're gone, bro, the only people that are gonna remember what you did are your kids. So you're doing right by them. So be proud of what you're doing.
Bryce from Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm in a friend
group.
1 second,
I'm gonna stop.
Oh yeah.
There's Dolores here, so she sent us an email.
Yeah, she did.
Okay, we'll get you the Dolores.
We got to roll through some men's health questions first.
Yeah, we got you, Dolores. All right.
Bryce from Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm in a friend group where everything's a joke. When I try to open up about anxiety or things that I'm dealing with, they just laugh as typical guys do. Do I stay quiet, or do I need to find new friends at 37?
So she talks about her anxiety and they make jokes?
Yeah, he talks about his anxiety. He tries to open up to his friend group, but they just laugh, make jokes.
Well, here's the thing about your friend group. Here's the thing, is they don't know how to talk about it either. That's the thing. So you can only grow as much as you can with the people you surround yourself with, right? So if you want to grow better, then yeah, I mean, I don't want to say you don't have to leave them a wayside, but like even me, man, like I have friends of mine that I love, I love them. I haven't been able to see them in about a year because I've been working and doing my thing, and I made new friends, that I hang out with now that are conducive to where my growth is happening in my life, right? So my thing for you is yes, you should definitely search out new friends, because you want to find somebody that's on the same wavelength as you, same path as you. Like you need to hear somebody who's willing to direct you in the right direction.
Yeah, look, and friends change as you get older.
Yeah.
And friend circles and needs change. I have a group of friends prior to me in this my living situation with my wife and my son now that were great for that time, and it's maybe what I needed. But as I've gotten older and life gets a little bit more complicated and you need more people to lean on, it's just like I give the shout out to my buddies, my best friend Josh and his wife Hope. They're real friends. Like when we have to talk about real stuff or we need help, or you get in a fight with your wife or your husband, you need someone that you can actually have a conversation with, because that's what real friends are for.
Yeah, you want to be able to have that conversation.
And if you can't find it in your friend group, I'll be honest with you, I know some people might laugh at this, but not me. There are support groups. You could find places to go talk as a guy. You just can't be afraid to do it. And I think we have the stigma about it.
Well, here, let me tap into this for you real quick with your anxiety. And I wanted to talk about this earlier in one of my posts this week, but I got really caught up. So here's something we forget about. When we talk about anxiety and we talk about depression, is I can't emphasize this enough. Anxiety and depression are triggered by a thought, right? Everybody confuses the idea that I have this feeling of anxiety and it has control of me, or I have this feeling of depression and it has control of me. Here's the thing. Like, you didn't have just anxiety. You didn't just have depression. It just hit you. You literally had a thought that triggered that. So what you need to do is identify that trigger. Was it the person you were talking to? Was it the situation you were in? Was it something that was said to you? Was there something that happened to you? and recognize what that is that triggered you, what trauma caused you to have that reverse reaction of anxiety or have that reaction of depression. Once you discover that, right? Once you discover the pattern, because there's always a pattern. Listen, we are creatures of habit.
Yeah.
We are 100% creatures of habit, right? So your body reacts to anxiety and depression because we created a habit of a thought, of a reaction to a trauma that's happened. So if you recognize that trauma, if you recognize that thought, you can literally start to control it. And I don't mean control it by making it go away. I mean by controlling it by recognizing it and training your mind to think another way, to handle it another way. I used to suffer from anxiety. I used to suffer from depression. I still do, kind of. It still hits me like once in a while. I get like this thing. It's a constant battle. It's not a quick fix, but I recognize it. I used to be that guy, man, that would be head up in the bed for a week, hiding in my bedroom because I didn't want to face the world because I was depressed, or I'd be so anxious, dude, that like I would like want to throw up. I was that guy. I was straight up 100% that guy. And it took me years of training, right, to control those thoughts, to come up with different ways. Like, honestly, God, those posts that you see where I'm being positive and I put a positive post or positive saying next to my thing, that is me combating my mental thoughts. You know, that's me trying to kung fu that thought, you know, like martial arts of the mind, you know? So I just want to let you know, man, that it is something that you can work on. It is something that you eventually can control and come up with a different way to handle it. There is people out there that have the knowledge to be able to help you on that. So you just have to search out and find that.
Raphael from Los Angeles, California. My friends clown me for going to couples therapy, but our relationship is stronger than ever, and this is the best we've ever been. Should I keep defending it to my friends or just let the results speak for themselves? You just might need some new friends, bro.
Yeah.
I don't need to defend what I do with my wife that makes my relationship better. If I have to defend it to you.
Yeah. No, listen, I have friends of mine, man, that their wives cheated on them, you know, and you know, tried to take their kids and they got back together. And as much as I might have been like, you know, in my mind, fuck that, freaking. When my friends got back together with their exes or whatever, I didn't say anything. It's none of my business. It's about their life, their happiness, and all I can do is support their choices. That's my job as their friend. So if your friends are giving you a hard time like that, man, then you would need new friends.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think this is a little bit of a theme. What I'm seeing as we talk about these issues, it is difficult, and sometimes as guys, you know, there's a stigma to us to have to put on this front and not be able to talk about those things. But look, one of the best things about being, this about the co-host of me and him, as much as we get up here and joke around about shit all the time, off camera and even on camera with you guys. A lot of stuff we talk about is like real life stuff that affects us emotionally, and it's how we deal with those things and how we deal with being a dad and being single and managing these things. We don't just hang out and be like, hey, want to get fucked up because that's more fun.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's all real shit.
Yeah, we're more concerned about each other's well-being, and to me, that's what a friend is, right? All right, and by the way, just so you guys know out there, this is all month. We have tons and tons of them. So every episode for June, we'll answer more of these for you guys. So let's bring up one more here. Let's see. This is an interesting one. Omar from Detroit, Michigan.
What's up, Detroit?
Detroit. I've been on antidepressants for a year, and they help. But I feel like I'm not me anymore. Is this the price of peace? Well, I can tell you firsthand from immediate people that I know in my life that are on these things. And here, I say this, like I said, do whatever your doctor says. Please don't,
Yeah, we're not medical doctors.
But I will say this. The medical industry drives me crazy because there are people that I know that I'm friends with that they get to your point. There's a trauma, and they go get therapy, and they work through that trauma, and then they go back to their doctor and they say, "Hey, I've really worked through this trauma. I think it's time to come off of or at least help. Can you help me come off of these?" And the doctor says no.
Yeah.
And then keeps that, then just gives you more medicine. So Caleb, I mean, Omar, it's hard to know, but what I would say is, first of all, this is where fitness is a great thing, getting out, working out and finding other things. But if it gives you peace it's okay, but make sure you're talking to your doctor. Make sure you're talking to your...
Make sure you talk to a couple doctors.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
The other thing too, right? So here's the key thing.
Plenty of them.
Doctors, like, their catchphrase is practicing medicine. Just throwing it out there. No, and I have doctors that are friends of mine. I love them to death. But I think when it comes to that, I used to be that guy, right? I used to be that guy. I didn't believe bipolar was a real thing. I didn't believe freaking taking pills for depression was a real thing. I thought it was all people being, I don't know, basically wimps. Like you guys need to suck it up. You know what I mean? That's how I used to think, right? I've changed my absolute complete process on all that. I think there is some people out there that need medication. There is some people out there that need it for being bipolar and for depression. There are some people who have an extreme chemical imbalance. I've seen it firsthand. So again, I truly believe that, and again, your body's a chemistry set is what it is. It's a fucking chemistry set. Your body reacts to the atmosphere. Your body reacts to the environment. Your body reacts to what you eat. Your body reacts to what you think. Your body reacts to what supplements you take. So again, I think figuring out, each one of those variables is the best way to handle the situation, right? Sometimes taking the easy route and just popping meds isn't the best thing to do. Sometimes it is just a quick fix, right? But I think if you check in all 5 of those things, what's your environment, what's your activity level, what's your physical level, where's your spiritual level, where's your mind level at, what are you eating, what are you taking for supplements? You take all those variables into play, right? And you actually take responsibility for each one of those. I think you can find yourself a good, healthy path to be on, right? But again, I'm not a doctor, and I think you should definitely get different opinions. I always think it's good to get 3 or 4 in any kind of medical thing.
Yeah,
I think it's good to get 3 or 4 opinions. You know what I mean, to see where you're at.
Well, I have a friend who went to another doctor just for a move, just because they moved finally, right?
Yeah.
And the new doctor said, "Hey, I completely understand, but have you ever had a genetic test to see how your body absorbs medications?" And
well, that's the thing, right?
And they were like, "No, they didn't test me. They just kept giving me medicine.
Just giving you pills, right?" That's the thing. So I think you have to keep in mind your body is this complex chemistry, nerve system, right? That we are still learning about, right? Especially when it comes to the brain. Like, we're still learning, how everything works. Like, we act like we know how everything's fucking, but we don't. Like, they come up with discoveries every day.
Every day.
So every day there's some new medical discovery about what the brain does and what function this does. And there's that new one about fighting brain disease, freaking Alzheimer's, all that stuff. You eat beets in the Mediterranean diet. It's supposed to help your brain regenerate itself and all this stuff. It just came out the other day. So I think again, I think the natural, you are what you do, what you eat, what you put yourself into, and again, what you listen to. So there's so many different variables that if you can't just say, "Oh, I'm depressed." You can't just say, "Oh, I have anxiety." I think if you really want to be healthy, if you really want a better and functioning lifestyle, you got to do some work. You got to do some work on your own. How much important is it to you? How much does it mean to you to not have to take pills or to live a healthy, functioning lifestyle that you don't feel whacked out, right? So I think those are things that are important. Like, how much do you want it?
Dolores, since you reminded us you wrote a question, your question was way too long, so I cut it down. I remember this question because I read the whole thing, because when you're a regular, I read them.
I love Tony.
So Dolores wrote in. I'll give you the quick summary.
What's up, Dolores?
That I remember. They have a mutual. She has a mutual. There's a guy, and her and another guy are friends with them, and he is in a toxic relationship.
This is Jay. She wrote Jay.
Yes.
Jay.
Jay is in a toxic relationship because it's better than being alone, and the sex is good, but it's an awful relationship.
Stupid.
And he refuses to get out of it no matter what anybody says. What she wants to know is, can 2 good people, because I guess she's a good person, so it's Jay, but can 2 good people be good, but just not right for each other? Yeah. Dolores, I would just look, you can only do so much as a friend to keep your friend Jay from dipping his hand back in the cookie jar until he's going to learn.
Yeah.
But at some point, I know this is going to sound mean, and I openly admit it's going to sound like a fucked up thing to say, but at some point, I just stopped talking to Jay about it. I can't talk to him any more than a year or 2 years about doing the same thing. And the next time Jay comes to you and goes, "Oh, she broke my heart again, she cheated on me, she did whatever," I don't want to hear about it.
Don't beat a dead horse. I like that. Don't beat a dead horse.
That's it.
Yeah, like I can't talk about this. We know, and I know people like that. They're in these toxic relationships. These want to get off and bullshit, and I literally tell them I can't talk to you about it anymore because I can't. Like freaking listen, nothing. You're complaining to me, and there's nothing. Like it's like, and I probably shouldn't say this.
I can't wait.
Like,
I think I know what you're gonna say. Good.
I hate when guys complain. Like, and this might get me so much trouble. I hate when guys complain like a woman in a relationship where they're not really looking for an answer.
Just want to complain.
They just want to complain. I fucking hate that shit. Oh, it drives me nuts.
Did you ever see the meme where the girl has the nail on her forehead?
Yes. Yeah. She goes, it hurts right here.
And he goes, and she's like, just stop trying to solve the problem.
Yeah,
and he's like, but there's a nail like right.
Oh God, it drives me nuts.
She takes her sweater off and gets it caught on the nail.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, like I know it's not every woman. I know.
By the way, I know that.
I know that. I wasn't trying to be drunk.
It's a funny stereotype, though.
It's a funny stereotype. It's just, I'm only saying it because I'm a man. And that's what I've dealt with the relationships people. I've been. Yeah.
But yeah, so just let Jay go. Jay, stop. Yeah. Just let Jay do it.
Jay do his thing. Let Jay do his thing. Jay will learn. Jay will either get her knocked up and be broke for the rest of his fucking life, or Jay will move on. Yeah.
So,
or she'll cheat on Jay.
That's coming for sure.
Yeah, she'll cheat on Jay and fucking it'll be over. And then Jay will come and cry to you. Why did I listen to you?
Lexi from San Diego, California. Okay.
What's up, San Diego?
He asked me to meet at a park.
Whale's vagina.
Then he showed up shirtless with his cat on a leash. He said he wanted.
Love this. Was he wearing biker shorts and fucking rollerblades? Is that what he's doing?
He wanted to see if we vibed naturally before spending any money. You both are in great shape, but when do you actually use your body as a turn on a date? Chris, I know you're single. Tony, I know you're married. But being in shape, how does it affect you when you make decisions in your relationship? I'm sure I winded up at the park just so he could be shirtless outside.
I don't do that. I mean, I probably did back in the day. How young is this guy? He's probably young.
Got to be young.
Yeah, he's got to be young. I mean, back in the day, I used to freaking, I would do push-ups before I went on the date.
That's always the go-to, man.
I would get a nice swole going on, make sure I was like,
I in the bathroom real quick, just push out a bunch of them.
Off the fucking corner of the bed, you know what I mean? Freaking back out a fucking couple, make sure my arms were all jacked. Yeah, I used to do that shit.
Yeah.
As I'm older, I don't even give a fuck anymore. Freaking, you know what I mean? I don't use my body to freaking, I don't do any of that stuff.
There's something great about when you're in a like I'm married, so I get it, but there's something I appreciate about being in shape, and sometimes on certain days when I feel good, when everything's dialed in, I will absolutely walk through the bedroom of the house in just some underwear.
Oh yeah, no,
just to be like,
no,
I don't know, but that's not I'm married, so it's a little, you know what I mean? Like I do it in my own house.
Yeah.
If I was single, I mean, look, it's hard because if I was single and you found me on social media, you probably already see me shirtless.
Somebody just wrote on here, I love Tony because of the size of his hands.
Oh, I have monster. Yeah.
Big hands.
I have 14 size feet and I can palm a basketball pretty easy. So I have
Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, so just so you know, if I get you, you ain't going nowhere.
You ain't running away.
He's
not getting you because Tony's married.
I'm not I can't, I mean.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have so much social media. I can't possibly go through it all. But people have seen you shirtless by the time they meet you, anyways.
I don't know.
I mean, you're in fitness, so it's a little different, anyways.
It's a little different. Like I don't know I don't even know if people find me.
Wait, hold on, Gen Z, real quick. You date? I know you got to have shirtless pictures on your.
Oh, immediately, yeah.
So there you go. So they have to be
it's
young.
It's a young thing, right?
It's a young thing.
Yeah. Nobody wants to see this old ass without a shirt on anyway.
By the way, the fact he had a cat on a leash is an automatic fucking negative.
Yeah, it's a red flag.
That's a huge red flag. Who
brings a cat with a leash?
On a leash?
Maybe came with an iguana.
Oh my god! I would have been cooler if it was iguana.
This is my lizard.
It'd been much cooler.
This is my lizard.
A cat? Oh my god! Miles from Tampa, Florida.
Tampa?
A lot of the fucked up ones from Florida.
Because it's Florida.
Florida.
Have you been to Florida?
Oh, I was to share some with you about Tampa one time from Theo Vaughn. She said she was an entrepreneur.
Oh,
We've gone out.
Exactly what you're talking about with Theo Vaughn.
Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's like it's where pirates went but become pirates.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
We've gone out on a few dates and work. It's a topic of conversation, of course, but we never got to the heart of what she does as an entrepreneur. Been with her for
OnlyFans.
Been with her for not OnlyFans this time, which I would have thought immediately too.
Yeah.
Turns out she sells toe and feet pics online and asked me 3 months into the relationship to be her foot photographer. She's a businesswoman, so I'm going to be honest, it's not my type of business. But just have you ever been caught off guard in a relationship after going out for a while? I'm actually not sure this is a red flag. I mean, she's killing it in a marketplace where people are paying for her service. So, do you ever? I always say when you date somebody, you don't know the real them for at least 6 months until you either meet their friends or live with them. There's always a secret that pops out of left field. Just like when we were at dinner the other night and we were talking about, I can't even mention the person because I don't even want to give them any credibility. And I told you the story about college.
And then they messaged me.
And then my wife looked at me and she's like, well, I never heard this story before. And I was like, well, you don't hear all the stories.
Yeah. You don't have to hear all the stories.
It's like,
yeah.
It's
only feet pick, bro. Who gives a fuck?
If I could sell I told you the other day, there's an NHL player who sells pictures of his balls.
I can't believe that. I can't believe he's an NHL player, but he sells pictures of his balls, makes $2 million a month.
At $2 million a month.
$2 million a month.
And his boys he told his boys, he's like, yeah, I'm making $2 million a month.
He wants to see pictures of my balls.
By the way,
I'd sell my balls for $2 million a month.
That's the guy I would be friends with because I think he's your boy. He just comes and goes, hey, guess what I'm doing to make extra money? You're like, wait.
$2 million a month on your balls.
Just pictures of my nuts.
Who wants to see fucking balls?
Obviously, $2 million.
I mean, who wants to see feet either? I don't know. I'm not a feet guy either, so I don't know.
Who takes pictures of their feet? And by the way, who sells farts in a jar, right? Yeah, that's just, you know what I mean? I can't figure it out. Talia from Brooklyn, New York.
What's up, New York?
He asked if we could role play and do tenant and the landlord, so he could forgive my rent.
Somebody's been watching Pornhub.
I know, right? Is it kinky or financially manipulative? By the way,
financially manipulative.
By the way, he hasn't asked for rent since. It's so brilliant. If you're dating by the way,
he's like, your ass is mine. I pay rent.
I'd be honest with you. If I was in a relationship and that was part of the fun of it, it'd be great. Do you guys role play ever? And if you did, what would be a role play you'd look forward to next?
I have never done that, to be honest with you.
I haven't either, but I always like the one. There's a Vince Vaughn movie where him and his wife
I know.
are like,
it's Reese Witherspoon, right?
Yeah, they just pretend they met at Four Christmases. Great movie, by the way.
Yeah.
But I always thought it was fun. I just don't know if I could pull it off. I don't know
I
if
I would laugh too hard.
I could
laughing.
I don't know that I could maintain character for that long of a time.
It would be fun though.
I think it'd be fun to try.
I'd be like, my name is David.
Have you ever
David?
Have you ever
assassin.
Have you had someone you date dress up as anything? Like you asked for that? I mean, it doesn't have to be like a role play. You know what I mean? It had to be like an outfit somewhere, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Again, we go into this weekend. I told you I just ripped that shit off anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me.
I can only think of maybe like a Halloween costume that stayed a little extra long.
Yeah, I can think about that. Maybe a Halloween costume stayed a little bit.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Jasmine from Charlotte, North Carolina.
South North Carolina. He
finishes in 2 minutes, but wants to cuddle for 40. Should I fake going to sleep? Fake round 2. This is part of men's mental health, by the way.
So is this a guy writing this in?
It's a girl.
It's a girl writing it in. So the guy lasts for 2 minutes.
But then wants to cuddle for 40.
And then wants to cuddle for 40 minutes.
Yes.
That's fucking amazing.
So, of course, she just joked. She was like, should I fake falling asleep or fake a round 2? But she wants to know, is it possible for a woman to help a man last longer?
Yes.
Yes, 100% it is.
100%.
Yes. And by the way, you cannot tell him why you're helping him. Don't be like, hey, you finish in 2 minutes and let's try this thing. But I think.
Well, so no, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. I think you can tell him. I think you should try to edge him. You know what I mean? Maybe you should edge him.
Edge him would be a good one.
You know what I mean? You can edge him. But help him be like, you can help him. Like I don't know how sensitive you are, freaking, but sometimes a woman can tell when a guy's getting real fucking close.
Then jump off.
And then not even just jump off, just be like, just like stop him.
Slow.
Take a breath. Fucking, and make him look in your eyes and shit. It could be intense. It could be an intense moment.
By the way, don't you love? I didn't interrupt you, but don't you love when you know it is coming and like you're doing something and all of a sudden you're like, all right, slow down, and all of a sudden you purposely like slow down.
That's experience.
Pull out for a minute, chill for a minute, go back at like. There's ways that you just know as you get experience, but
but listen, take it as a compliment. You know what I mean? Take it as a compliment that you get him to come in 2 minutes. I mean, that shows kudos for you.
We're giving kudos for your man not lasting long. But look, and then maybe you have him listen to the last episode where we tell him he should jerk off and get rid of the first one.
Yeah, maybe you should get rid of the first one first. You know what I mean? If you can get rid of it a couple of hours before you guys get going.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't get over the cuddle for 40 minutes thing.
Yeah, that I don't know what to tell you there.
Yeah.
I'd be asleep.
Yeah, I'd be.
There's no doubt, man. Like, listen, we're cuddling, we're done. I blew my load.
I would hope he goes to sleep so that you could finish yourself.
I am pinning you to the bed, drooling on your shoulder. When I wake up, your hair is matted to your face and my face. That's just happening for 40 minutes.
Layla from Chicago, Illinois. We wanted to have a fun night, so we each got to bring something to the hotel. Cool.
Awesome.
Okay. I brought lingerie, candles, and oils. Okay. He brought a mirror. And he said he just wanted to watch himself. Is that how guys feel about mirrors and sex?
Wait a minute. I gotta go back here. So she brought a candle.
She brought candles, lingerie, and oils.
And oils and lingerie. I was going for this whole sensual thing.
Yes.
And he was like, I'm bringing a mirror so I could watch me.
Yeah. He brought a mirror so he could watch himself. So
you didn't have a mirror at home?
I guess he probably brought one of those standing mirrors from home. You know what I mean?
I can't.
I know.
But I'm saying, why did you have to go to a hotel to do that?
I don't. Well, I get the point of going to a hotel, but like, why would he bring a mirror?
Is there a mirror in a hotel?
I don't know. Maybe not his favorite mirror.
Maybe he's one to watch. Maybe they're standing over it.
I don't know.
And he wanted to watch going in and out.
I'd like maybe?
That would kind of make sense.
But like, how big's your fucking? What do you like? Like, what do you know what I mean? Like, why don't you just use your phone?
Set with your phone. You know what I mean?
Use your phone for that.
Use your phone.
So it has to be something about watching yourself.
Was he doing like American Psycho thing where he's like fucking Christian Bale in the mirror? Like, yeah!
But that's her question. She was like, so how do you guys feel about mirrors being a guy? Is it, if there's a mirror in the room, is it for you? Is it for her? Is it for both of you?
No, it's for her. It's for her.
Watching yourself is weird.
No, it's for her. If we can, I think maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I think women like to watch in the mirror them getting railed. I think they like to see it. I think they like to watch freaking photos because they can't. So women don't always have the great angles, right? They don't get the view.
They never get the.
They never get the view, right? Their face is shoved in the pillow. Their legs are in their face. Freaking, you know what I mean? Like they never really get a view. So I think for women, if he would have said, "I got this for you to watch me fuck you," you know, I got
that would have been a much better way.
That would have been a much better thing.
By the way,
right?
that would have been a sexy thing to say.
That would have been a sexy thing to say. He's like, I want you to watch me pound the shit out of you, fucking, you know what I mean, with your essential oils and your candles. That would have made sense, right?
I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't. First of all, I'd never bring a fucking mirror to a place.
That's so funny.
But I'll be honest.
Might as well bring a fucking sofa.
I get the point of what you're saying. If there's a mirror, I want to watch you. Like, I want to watch us do it. So
watching your reaction to fucking you is hot.
Yes.
Absolutely 100%, right?
But I wouldn't bring a mirror with me.
No, it's just weird.
That's so weird. But so to your point, like, I don't know about him. That's a fucking psycho move. Like, I mean, what, the hotels have a mirror?
Just fucking doing a whole Christian Bale thing where he's watching himself going, yeah, I'm in shape, motherfucker.
Just flexing in the mirror.
Just flexing in the mirror. I'm fucking in shape, bro.
Xavier from Denver, Colorado. She sticks her fingers in my mouth during sex and when she's really turned on. Of course, I just go with it. But has this ever happened to you as a guy? And do we often as guys just go with things because why not? First of all, I'll help you out. 100 times I have not known why somebody likes what they like, but I'm there. Fuck it, I'm in. So I just go with it. I'll ask questions later.
Tony's getting fish hooked.
I've had people shove all types. I've had women shove all types of shit in my mouth and pull this and do that. I just go, fuck it. Like whatever makes you happy. I want to be the person that makes you happy. That's how I always look at it. But later on, I'll find you and be like, bro, what the fuck? It's a friend? And be like, yo, what was that?
No, I mean, teach their own. I'm not here to judge anybybody.
I don't judge
as long as you're not hurting anybody. But I don't know. Yeah.
Xavier, I think what you said was perfect. She's turned on by it and that works. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. And look,
as long as she's not like trying to kill you or something like
poke you in the eye
and shit. Fucking.
You're glad she didn't stick her fingers right in the bottom end of you without asking.
Thing, though, I have a whacked out sense of humor. So like, if you try to do some fucked up, whacked out shit, I would probably laugh in your face and probably ruin it anyway.
Well, laughter's fun. If you can laugh during sex, it's fun. I just wouldn't. I mean, look, the
How
only
did we even get here? Good question. I don't know how we got here.
because what you guys ask.
Oh, that's right. You guys asked.
I don't know.
It's your fault.
It's not us.
It's your fault.
Pyra from San Jose, California. Is it rude to wear booty shorts on leg day and pretend that I don't notice that people stare? Or is it rude that people are staring? Yes, for context, they are very short. I totally get it. It's probably inappropriate to wear in the gym. I wear them on leg days, but people either stare too long
You know
or
what the
rude.
fuck you're doing.
100% you know what you're doing.
You know what you're doing.
You shouldn't even ask us that question.
That's like me going into the gym wearing a banana hammock, going, "Why is everybody looking at me?"
All right.
Fucking
well,
stupid.
I didn't even
I
realize.
hate when women get offended about, "Why is he staring at my ass?" Because your fucking shorts ate them.
There are people that go to the gym and I just look and I'm like, come on, you have to know.
Like, they know what exactly. Listen, you women know what the fuck you're doing. All right, when you wear those those pants that go right up your crotch, you wear those shorts, so your ass cheeks are hanging out, your lips are sucked, your front's like a suction cup to it. You know what the fuck you're doing. Like, I'm sorry. Again, it's no different. It's no different than if I came to the gym wearing a banana hammock that was yellow with a banana on it and was like, "Why is everybody looking at me? I don't understand. I don't get it. Why are you staring at my asshole? Because it's sticking out." it's winking at me. Put that shit away. That's why. What the fuck are you talking about?
I didn't even realize the time, so we only got time for about 2 more questions.
Oh, really? We're almost done?
It's still 10:30
Fuck.
already, yeah.
Wow, that was quick.
Dion from Detroit, Michigan. I actually really like this question. Why do porn videos have such crazy titles? Does anyone really believe that they're stepkids, family, sisters, or hitchhikers? Is this really a turn on for people, or do most people just see the people and turn the porn on?
The same reason we have titles in our podcast, because we want you to watch.
It's catchy.
It's catchy. If you can, I think when people watch porn, they get to a point where they look for something else to excite them. The more taboo, whatever.
I don't, to be honest with you, I don't even read. First of all, I don't even listen, and I don't read the title. I just look at the people. I could, because there's no way in my imagination I'm gonna be okay with thinking that they're stepkids,
No.
or that's his
Stepdaughter.
or that's his here's me. I see all the tiles. She looks hot. And I don't even think about you know what I mean, but to search those things out, that's kind of, I don't know.
There's some fucked up people out there.
Well, I mean, it is what it is,
There's
right?
some fucked up. There's people with some weird shit.
Yeah. So, Sophia from Barcelona, Spain.
What's up, Spain? Barcelona, Spain.
We'll finish with 2 questions from overseas because we got a lot of questions from overseas. Have you ever been tricked into a date? Mm-hmm. He told me he was a minimalist, and that was kind of cool. I went to his apartment. There was no furniture, no bed, no Wi-Fi. There was a beanbag, a Bluetooth speaker.
In his house?
Yes. A beanbag, a Bluetooth speaker, a gaming station with a TV, a fridge with just almond milk and lube. Minimalist my ass. It's broke as fuck.
So, a beanbag, lube, and almond milk.
It said no furniture, no bed, no Wi-Fi. It was a beanbag, a Bluetooth speaker, a TV hooked up to a gaming station, and a fridge that had just almond milk and lube.
You know what you just walked into, right?
A serial killer?
No, a porn set. You literally just walked into a porn set. That's what you did. You literally just walked. That's why there's only Bluetooth speakers so they can play the music. The bean bags are fucking just different shapes because they don't want to get a bag 'cause it's too messy. And the lube and the almond milk. The almond milk's to fucking do that whole thing where they splash the almond milk on them, all sexy shit.
Yeah.
Tony just walked into a porn set.
That I've
ever been on one. I'm just guessing.
By the way, Sophia, as much
Tony
as
might have.
I've been around the block. So, Sophia, I would say this. As much as that's fucked up, I'm going to give that guy credit for being broke and coming up with a good way to be like, I'm a minimalist.
Love that.
Love
that.
Shout out to whoever you want to date with.
I give him credit for the balls of taking you back there.
Oh, my God. I didn't even think about that part.
This is not giving a fuck. He's like, you know what? She's coming to my house, and she's going to see my almond milk.
This is what I got.
She's going to see my lube. She's going to see my $5 Bluetooth speaker. And my beanbag that I stole from the garbage can that somebody was going to throw away.
Just almond milk and lube. So strange. All right.
They go great together.
We'll finish it off from Sweden. This is a good question because he needs our advice.
All right.
Eli from Stockholm, Sweden. I asked for a slow night. I wanted to just slow things down. I wanted to switch things up, and she said, I have the perfect idea. She showed up in a sexy outfit with lingerie underneath, and then she had a gym bag with her that had resistance bands and a stopwatch. She goes, we're going to do circuit-style sex. Each round, he had to finish a workout that she had put together, and as he finished it, he was allowed to take a piece of clothing off of her. It's not what I wanted.
I love that.
It's cool. It's a cool question. I asked the last one. It's not what I wanted or expected, but I got to be honest. It was a great fucking time.
Yeah.
Totally outside the box. And but can you guys help me? I'd love to do something cool in return for her. She loves fitness, obviously, and she's game for whatever. But this was the most impressive thing that anyone's ever done for me.
Yeah, dude, get the Kama Sutra book.
Bro, that was a great. I thought that was
Amazing. I was a genius of her. Bravo to her.
Bravo to her.
Bravo
She's a
to her.
keeper.
That's definitely a keeper right there, bro. That was a genius idea. You can do the same, like freaking, but maybe do yoga, or do like a couples yoga naked, or get a Kama Sutra book or some kind of sex book that that. But you're gonna have to amp the ante, man. That was really good.
She crushed it.
Yeah,
she hit a home
crushed it,
run,
bro. So you're gonna have to do something that's like a little more fun, a little more outside the box. So you got to put a lot of thought on that.
The only one I could think of that I've like done, but I think would be good is maybe like where you live. Like I've done a scavenger hunt, in every bar you went to, like you had to do a drink for the bar, but there was a clue of like what was waiting, and that what I did was there was like at every bar there was like something you had to, it was like a handcuffs, and then there was an outfit. Like you got pieces of the night, but at the end you winded up at the hotel where you brought all the stuff you collected for the night.
Yeah.
I even set it up so that you went to a sex shop and there was a gift certificate waiting for you. So at every place in this little like Rittenhouse Square, by the way. But every little place you went to, you picked up something and it was waiting for you, and then you finished off at the hotel with all the stuff for the night. But anyway, so the only thing I could think of, but that circuit thing was cool.
Yeah, you could also do one where you go on a hike, if you can. I don't know about you, but I like public sex where you almost get caught. Fucking. So,
I think you like getting caught.
Yeah. Well, it's a different story. But yeah, like somewhere risky, you know what I mean, and like have a set goal for the day. Say, listen, this is how many times I'm gonna make you come today. This is what we're doing. If we can, and if I lose, then you get, I have to make dinner or something like that, or if you could put a little gamble on it, a little thing. You know what I mean? Put a little bar set up there. So then you can do whatever you want to all day. Throughout the day.
That's a good one.
You know what I mean? If you can try different things and do whatever else.
I just thought of something you would fucking love. I just saw it online today. I think it was Amsterdam or something. So you can have sex in public. So what they do is it's a giant glass box in the fucking middle of the town, but it's a two-way mirror. So nobody can see in, but you can clearly see out.
That's genius.
And they rent it out for couples to have sex. So
gross.
It's that illusion of like, you know what I mean?
You walk in and you're like,
well, first of all, you're sticking everything. I get it. But I just thought it was funny. It's like people, you think people can see you, and you get that, the illusion of it.
Yeah.
But yes, I hope the box is clean. Yeah. So first off, as we end this episode, we went a little over time, but we appreciate you guys. Ming, thank you so much. But here's the thing. So it was an important episode for us because it's Men's Mental Health Month. It's really both very important for me and Chris because we've been through a lot. Obviously Chris has the book about it. Just being in our lives and where we come from. If we can help some way, it's really important as we want to. So shout out to also, our resident Gen Z. He has to sit there and listen to us talk sometimes. And I know he learns a little bit about his dad more and more. But the reality of it is I love him to death. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. And this needs to be successful. So somehow I can buy him a car and a shirt or some shit. But shout out to him. So the kids will be on next week. We have a Father's Day episode. All of our kids, like we got a million of them. The three boys will be here. They're going to ask us questions. Please listen to Chris when he says it. Please, just for 1 week, let's just do good parenting questions.
PG-13
parenting questions. We'll also still talk about mental health because in a really good way. Our kids are a little bit different ages and how they deal with stuff, which will be nice. But outside that...
your son's what, 17?
He'll be 17 on Friday.
17 on Friday.
Happy birthday, Tyler.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Like I remember that. Like I got that.
Yeah.
Got your back, bro.
Ty is 17, so legally he should be working more.
Tyler's 17. Isaiah is 25.
Tell him to schedule me.
Yeah, tell Red Rock, if you're out there, please put that motherfucker on the schedule so you can save money. Whoever's out there. Actually, Thursday I'll be there, so I'll tell them all.
Yeah, so Tyler's 17. My oldest son's going to be 26 at the end of June, and my youngest son is 10. So we have all three generations.
All three generations
here.
It's going to be our best episode.
It's going to be amazing. So I'm very excited to have our Father's Day special with our kids here. Nobody, I don't get to have my kids together too often, so it's going to be a great week for me next week.
You know what we should do? We should, Ming, we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll either, we'll talk about it, but maybe we'll take them all to dinner or something. Maybe we'll do something nice for them because we like you guys, depending on our work schedules. But,
yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be really good.
Yeah, so bring us home.
Yeah, so listen, everybody, number 18, fucking episode 18. In the fucking record books.
Barely legal.
We're old enough to vote. Listen, as always, man, we want to thank you guys for all love and support. Thank you to Gary Mickle for blowing up my social media. Thank you to Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin.
Yeah, Ricky Martin, bro.
What's up, Ricky Martin?
What's up, Ricky? Can't wait to have you on the podcast eventually, man. Fucking very cool.
I'll be honest with you. I can't wait to, obviously, I'm sure you guys are going to do killer workout together, which is fucking phenomenal because I know he likes to stay in shape. Yeah. You're a fucking phenomenal trainer. Yeah. I'm going to try to slide in and hang out just because, you know what I mean?
Always more than welcome, dude. Always more than welcome. Yeah, so that's very cool. Ricky reached out to me. Lunel, I saw you been messaging on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Messages. Thank you, Lunel. Really, honestly, I can't say thank you enough. It's been a crazy ride. It's been a crazy journey. And this is why men's mental health is so important to me, because I was that guy. I was that guy who had that thought in his head, was going to commit that act of self-harm. I had a game plan the whole nine, and here I am today. 9 years later, kids are better. My life is better. So my advice to everybody out there that's struggling, tomorrow's another day. Don't ever give up. You have the option, the opportunity every day to make it your own. And every step forward is one less step backwards, right? So, and if you need somebody, reach out to somebody. If you know somebody, reach out to them. And a hug can go a long way, So as always, man, from Tony, from me, from Tyler, from Ming, we send our best wishes, and we believe in you. We believe in the best in you. This is Advice Unfiltered, episode 18. Woo! Woo!